And alright everybody, here we are back with the beast, fully painted. And when I say beast, I mean beast, man. This is a hell of a kit, hell of a statue, hell of a project. I have really tried to come up with a different paint scheme based on what I discussed with the client, and I have to really say, man, I am tremendously proud of the way that this came out. This is by far the biggest kit that I've ever worked on. This thing weighs easily 30 pounds. Easy. The desk alone is probably like 15 pounds. And then everything else accumulated, you know, with the figure on top. And it's pretty much a monstrous piece, man. But wow. Kudos to those involved in the process and in bringing this to life, man. Sheridan Deuce is the sculptor. Bushi collector is the producer, and wow, they really knocked this out of the park. I really hope I did this justice. I'm gonna try to see how we can get this thing into frame. As you can see, it's very, very big, and I'm gonna probably have to take some pauses here to see how I turn this. The kit, as you saw before, comes very clean, immaculate, very well engineered, and wow, just a hell of a piece. So I'm gonna see how I get this turning. Hopefully I can show as much as I can for you guys, but it's gonna be a little difficult because it's just such a massive piece. So let's try to see how we're gonna get this guy turning. I think I kind of figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do like quarter turns. You're gonna see some fades because I'm gonna be editing, but as I turn, I guess I'll give it a little bit of a synopsis of what you're seeing. So you see the books there. I try to go with a weathered look, beaten up leather books, as if he's, you know, doing research. Maybe some, like I was saying before to the client, maybe like some apocalypse research, and these are old leather books, you know, going back to when the X-Men originated, and he's trying to just see what he can come up with. Maybe he just needs some intel, some trying to find out, you know, really the history, and delve into how they can find a weakness for this guy, if even possible, etc. There you see the crystal with the whiskey holder. Maybe whoever he was talking to upset him, and he's coming over the, you know, he's really coming over the table, man. This thing is insane. You see the files and the laptop, and just really cool, man. The piece is tremendous. The sculpture, it does come complete with a chair, a leather chair that coincides with the desk there. Very ornate, you know, like presidential theme. You know, he is like a liaison to the government, as it says on the plaque that's in front of the desk there, which when I'll zoom in you'll be able to see. But yeah, you see how he's stepping on the chair and over the desk, and you know, it really commands that presence, man. Piece is definitely breathtaking when you see this thing in person, just how big it is, and all the details that they put into it. A look at the back of the piece. I really like to use the black background so that you can see the highlights. You know, even though it's a darker colored uniform, you can see all the striations in the back and everything that went into the paint up. You know, just really wanted to bring this to life, and just every muscle is sculpted onto this thing. Even though he's got a lot of fur, you can still see all of the muscle. So really wanted to take the time with the paint up to show all of that. Here you see more of the back of the chair as well, all of the rivets that it has, you know, the leather itself. Yeah, just they didn't miss a beat with this. So really wanted to take the time and bring everything out as much as I could. And of course, this is the other side. Now on this side, You see there's still another leather book there. Maybe that's the one he had on his hand. The other ones are stacked up. Maybe he was reading that one. And then you see the laptop, which I wanted to go with like well, the way that it's sculpted is like if it's armored, like top secret laptop that nobody can get access to. So really wanted to differentiate all the bumpers that it has and the locking mechanisms, and like once that thing is closed, you know, nobody's gonna be able to open it. So yeah, really wanted to go with that. And another stack of files, as you see there. So this guy's doing a lot of research. He's got a lot of stuff going on his desk. Apart from the fact that the desk is so ornate, like it has so many carvings, it's like really like a presidential desk, man. This thing is phenomenal. I'm gonna take you guys in closer after this quick spin so that we can see the detail a little bit better. And back to the original angle that we had initially. Now I'll go into the paints real quick, just so that you know. We have, obviously the suit is like a darker blue with, as you can see, obviously it has highlights and has shadowing. The fur, we got pretty accurate to the artwork that we wanted to get to. And then you have different golds, whereas the on the suit, that gold is more of a like a satin. Obviously the suit is not gonna have metal. The X that goes across his chest won't be metal because it's conformed to his skin. So we wanted to make that into like a fabric. And then you have the bracers on the arms as well as on the end of the pant, on the legs there. Those are metal bracers. So obviously if he's fighting, he can kick, he can use his arms, and he has those as weapons. So those are like a paler gold. Then of course the suit also has the trim, like some tubing that's going around it. So we wanted to make that gold pop against the gold that's on the body. Then obviously the desk, we went with like a cherry color, and then the top of the desk there has like a little indentation. Well, is a reverse indent, I guess. It's like a raise, which to me is like a leather, one of those leather things that you put on top of your desk, like an organizer or whatnot. So we went with some gold trim on that, on top of that leather organizer. And then you see the plaque there in the front. You know, the file's pretty standard. With the books, we really weathered those up, like I said, to make them look like if he's doing research on old books. You have really a lot going on there. The laptop, like I said, is armored, so we went with a color scheme where you have like a regular laptop, but then you have some bumpers all around it and some compartments as well. The chair is also like a cherry leather, a cherry red, cherry brown red to match with the desk. And yeah, really went to town on this one, man. You're gonna see all the wood graining on the desk and all of the, you know, the weathering on the books and the beast himself. So let's go in closer, take a quick look at this guy, and see how we can wrap up the beast. Alright guys, here we are. This is as close as I can get on the figure. He's really massive, so it's kind of difficult to really zoom in here, but as you can see here on the face, in the mouth, wanted to go with more like, I use a Rottweiler's mouth as the reference. So for the work, you see like the black kind of like gums with the vibrant flesh as well inside the mouth. The eyes are like a yellow with red trim, and it really makes it pop. We got that from the X-Men movie Beast reference there. Here you'll see the uniform, as I said, the gold with the shadowing, and then you see the tubing, which is a different gold that pops. You see the uniform here with the different highlights and stuff and the shadowing, and here on the fingertips you see that the nails are not just black. Really wanted to give it some detail, man. Really wanted to make this go the extra effort with this, so we used like bear claws as reference for this. So I painted it up really like he's really, you know, beastly All right. Here we go. We got the desk. You can see some of the leather pattern there on top of the desk there, and you see the whiskey. The cups I really didn't do nothing with. Just left them like it's about to serve. Maybe the meeting hasn't gotten underway. You see the books, files. There's what I was telling you guys about with the laptop. You know, more files. Then here's the plaque where it says his name, Philip McCoy, Secretary of Mutant Affairs, United States Government. And it's got that real ornate pattern all the way around on all the panels. And then you can see there's some of the wood grain texture that I did on the actual desk. So a lot of work, nothing easy about this one, well, with the exception of the engineering of the kit, which was phenomenal. There's really nothing negative to say about the actual kit itself. However, just because it's so big, it really was a hell of a paint up. You know, it's like carrying a baby and painting it. But very rewarding at the end. Let me take you guys around one more time. Let me see if I can get a little zooming in while he's turned around. Maybe show you guys a little bit of the chair, and then we'll wrap up Beast. Alright, here's an interesting angle. We're able to get him a little turned around over here. We'll go down here, show you the bracers. We kept the theme of the X on the chest and the X-Men logo on the bracers. Wanted to keep it in sync with there's these statues that are being made that we both collect, myself and the client, which is the Marvel vs. Capcom. There's a Cyclops and there's a Wolverine, and on the Cyclops chest the X-Men logo is that, you know, the red backdrop with the black X. So we wanted to keep that in tune, so we have those in our collection, so they'll all match. Here's some more work on the desk. Those books, I really like the way those turned out, man. I think they came out pretty cool. Here we can get a little look at the laptop there. Just went with a black screen. We were gonna put some decal on it or a sticker showing some X-Men history stuff, but we decided to just leave it black because we don't know what can happen in the future with it in terms of fading or anything like that, so we just didn't want to mess around with it. Alright, here's the back. I'm trying to focus in on the uniform. The fur is going all over the place, which is cool, you know, because it's not just plain boring. This thing has life. Here we go, we're looking at the back muscles. As you can see, like I said, every muscle is sculpted in there, so it's not just like simulating fur underneath the uniform. There's actual muscle detail. So if you have this kit, really take your time with it and make sure that you really pick everything out and take your time with it. There's the leather on top of the wood of the desk rather, and here's the chair. The chair in and of itself, man, is a work of art. I should definitely see if I can, once I take it apart, maybe just shoot a little bit of the chair so you can see, because he's stepping on the inside of it, so you lose a lot of the chair there on the inside. But nonetheless, there's nothing skipped. It's like they sculpted everything individually and then they tweaked it on top, so you see all the texture on it. Really cool. More here on the inside of the bracer. We did like on the inner forearm there, we went red just to coincide with the outside part of the bracer, but on the inside is like a rubber, so like, you know, he could slide them on and off and then they conform to his arm. So he has that on both sides there. And the back, I guess, I don't know if it's a backpack or just some sort of apparatus there, but we gave it its attention and you know, really brought it up against what is the uniform. Alright, continuing on, we have, this is the other side. Here you can see the other angle on the head, and then there's the bracer. Really wanted to show you guys this side because here you can see a little bit more of the laptop, more of the desk, and then of course more of the chair. Really cool, man. I wish that I had the space to be able to have something like this in my collection. I'm completely out of space, and this needs its own shelf. It is huge, unless you have a monstrous display. Tremendous piece. I think I have to say it's the best best orchestrated, best engineered kit that I've worked on to date. Another accessory that this comes with, before I forget, is these glasses that he wears. For this particular look, the client wanted it to be purple, and it has a significant meaning, but there's more to come. But just wanted to show this because it does obviously come with a statue. It is yeah, I painted them in a transparent purple for the lenses with black trim. So really wanted to show you that look, and it does come with the statue. They do come in clear, so we went with this color scheme, but like I said, there's a reason for it, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so we've come around on Beast here. So my final thoughts on this piece, man, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a piece that stands alone and really shows what, you know, when artists and people who are driven really when they want to get something done, and they really spare no attention to detail and execute perfectly, man, this is the stuff that happens, magic. So this is a true gem. I am very proud to have been able to work on this and being given such freedom, such, you know, trust to be able to bring this to life, and I hope I did it justice for the client, and I hope that you guys like this as well. As usual guys, if you have any questions, any comments, suggestions, anything, please don't hesitate to contact. Let's keep the hobby going and keep doing stuff like this to really take our hobby to the next level. As usual guys, thanks for watching and take care.